Hi everyone, welcome to the Suicide Prevention LibGuide. If you start here on the introduction page where you have found this video, you'll see on the left-hand side where to begin. This is where I've linked out to the New York State Department of Health website, as well as the mentalhealth.gov website. I recommend sticking with .gov or .org for this kind of information. .com is not necessarily bad and does not need to be avoided, but I would recommend .org or .gov for more authoritative and reliable information. You will also find a video sponsored by the Suicide Prevention Resource Center, or SPRC, as you'll see stuck throughout this LibGuide. This video is about effective suicide prevention, and I recommend giving it a view before exploring the rest of the LibGuide. You'll also see Spread Awareness Today on the left-hand side, indicating that World Suicide Prevention Day is September 10th of every year, and on this day, people wear yellow in order to show their support for people who deal with suicide and suicidal thoughts, as well as spread awareness. You'll also find my information on the right-hand side with a link to email me and my location, and the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline hotline, which we'll talk about a little bit more later. If you move on to searching for resources, this is where I've provided information about searching for information that you're looking for. You'll see keyword searching. You'll also see some information about Google searching and state website searching. Most of the information that you will find on these .org or .gov websites are going to come from state websites or federal government. State websites are very easy to read for the most part. They're accessible for people who are looking for information about prevention of suicide, whether for themselves or for others. So I have no doubt that you guys will be able to find exactly what you're looking for if you follow these tips and tricks. If you move on to databases, you'll find a collection of international and national databases with all sorts of information regarding suicide prevention, suicide behavior, tendencies of suicide, reasons behind suicide, and so much more information. You'll also find the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention options. If you look at this image, you'll find several different places that you can go or places that you can access information about suicide prevention. You'll also find the resources and programs sponsored by the SPRC, as well as, once again, that hotline so that you don't forget it. Websites. I've broken these down into national resources as well as Rochester, New York resources, as that is where I am locally found. And this website or this LibGuide is meant for people who are looking for suicide information, especially in the Rochester area. So there are several different websites that you can access related to the University of Rochester, the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, and several other larger organizations that have a footholding somewhere here in Rochester. You'll also find at the bottom of the page a screenshot of a Google map with 3 different locations of places you can physically go to in the Rochester area if you're looking for more information or if you or someone you know needs help. And finally, on the additional resources page, I've included some information about LGBTQ+ communities. And the reason I do this is because they are disproportionately at risk for suicide and other mental health struggles. Here's some additional information for you, and you'll find not only how to take care of yourself and how to help, but also a link to their website and resources available for you. You'll also find some research studies in suicide prevention and links to news around the world. And that is all. If you have any questions, please feel free to use the LibGuide discussion group, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you so much.